Hey everybody, Frankie Day back again on YouTube. Okay guys, it's Saturday, it's Devil Feature. I just got to unloading my video of my 148 scale Lancaster, and I use that as a complimentary add-on to my final reveal of my Airfix 172nd scale, my first entry for my group build, REF Bomber group build. So I got that unloaded. I just got back from the rehab home where my wife is at right now, and she'll probably be out probably a couple of days, and she'll be, everything's gonna be fine. Got to visit her. She's can't wait to come home to me and our little dog, and like Dorothy said, the Wizard of Oz, no place but home. That's the truth. And she's doing well. I told her about all you great fellas out there, your condolences and everything, and she says, you tell the boys out there, thank you very much for thanking on me, and God bless them all. So that's straight from the missus, I quote. Okay guys, this is going to be a special video tonight. During the last video on my 148 scale Lancaster, Bob Beskine, sorry Bob, I can't pronounce your last name that great, but anyway, my apologies, sir. He mentioned about an F4-G Phantom, the Wild Weasel. Well, I'm going to present this because I'm not going to hoard this all to myself, so without sharing it, you great fellas. So he got my attention on that, and I promised him I'd do this on the video here, since it's Saturday, it's Devil Feature Day. I'll start making a tradition of doing that, back-to-back videos. Yesterday, no, it was Friday. I went down as a matter of fact, yesterday was Friday. My apologies, fellas. Anyway, guys, I went down to my favorite hobby shop down there, and Russ pulled me over and said, hey, Frank, we got a new one just came in today. I wish you hadn't seen this for a while. And sure enough, it was a 132nd scale REVELL F4-G Phantom 2 Wild Weasel. The 1963 Farewell from 1963 to 1996. And we'll do a fast inbox review and discuss the kit and everything in general. This brings me back to the days when I was aboard the USS Coral Sea. We had a squadron of these, VP 145, and we had a bunch of Phantoms. Now, those Phantoms were actually successors from the F4-G Demon. And when I was in the Navy aboard 1960, they came out with the F4-G Demons, and they were the successor to the F2H Banshee. And so that was one of the third variants of the models designed by McDonnell Douglas of the McDonnell series. And so this one here is a good kit, folks. It's a big airplane. I went to examine the parts. I didn't take the bags loose, though. We'll discuss as we go along. This here is nothing but a late 1960s reboxing by REVELL. Not Germany, just plain old REVELL. And they brought their Phantom back. Different decals, different paint schedule. That's all there is to it, folks. You'd be surprised what a set of decals and a different paint schedule can do to a model. Although it's just one singular model. And it can change just like that. More people would buy more of them. Just by decals and the paint schedule. Okay guys, bear with me, and we'll make a fast review of this here. We'll discuss it and tell me what you guys think about this. And looks like it could be a good future build down the road, a future group build. Okay, guys, we'll swing the camera out here and we'll take a peek. There it is, fellas, right here. You can see how big it is with my hand, how big my arm is. It's a pretty good size. It's a big model. The Phantom is a very good sized aircraft, and it's big. And this kit is very big. As you can tell, the whole different paint schedule on here. It's the paint schedule is neutral gray, and the dark areas is dark gunship gray. That's only two colors that completes the paint schedule on this. And what you see in the decals here is what you get. You don't get no other decal sheets. Now there's an option in this model. Those of you who want a 132nd scale F4 Phantom without painting this schedule, this paint schedule here, you can go ahead and follow them up with regular paint schedules as they originally were designed for the United States Navy. There's a lot of 1/32 scale decal sheets that'll fit the 1/32 scale Phantom. So there's a plus right there. It may cost you extra bucks outside the box, but that's what I would do, you know, if I decided to go ahead and paint a carrier operation by selecting a decal sheet. So they're out there, fellas. So that's for those of you out there decide just want to buy the model, hell with the decals, the paint schedule. I want this Vietnam color. I want this aboard the USS Coral Sea, the USS Ranger. They're out there, fellas. Trust me, they're out there. Okay, in the beginning, so we'll open up the box here. This is a big box, folks. A big airplane. Alrighty, man. Okay, fellas. We'll start with the instructions. The instructions are all booklet form, and there's typical REVELL instructions, icons, parts list, and they're bilingual instructions. Paint call outs are on here by using the alphabetical system, numeral system. And this is nothing but a reboxing of the late 1960s. I remember this last time I had one of these was in 1970. I think I got packed away in the box. I think I flew from the USS Enterprise. And it's a beautiful looking model. And starting out with the cockpit, goes on to the forward fuselage, the console right there for the pilot and the radio operator, the radar operator. You got your wheel wells are all boxed in, and these first section here could be optional. If you're going to make the G model, they're glued in there. So if any of you fellas out there decide you want to go ahead and make this a shipboard United States Navy F4 Phantom, all you got to do is just admit this right here, and go ahead and do your gold gray, white, and you're in. And the wings are composed of 3 pieces, as you can see. And the fuselage is composed of actually 4 pieces. 2 heads makes 1 section, so you got 4 pieces in total. You got your intakes are all done, color call outs for that. And the instructions go so on and so on. And right here is a decal sheet. Like I said, what you see is what you get. And here's a decal sheet right here, fellas. Gives you a good idea what you're dealing with. That's the only decals that give you to this. These decals pertain to this here model. Now, if you, like I said again 3 or 4 times already, if you decide you want to use this sheet, put it in your decal box. It can be used for parts later for something else. And get yourself a new decal sheet, and you're ready to go. The model retails that decals are pretty much on the thick side, fellas. Typical REVELL decals. It'll take a lot of solvent to get them down. Make them conform like paint. So they're kind of heavy side, so be cautious of that. The kit retails at your favorite hobby shop $53. You get them cheaper than that. Put the instructions to the side, lay them over here and out of harm's way. And right here, folks, you're reading, and each baggie is a 1, 2, 3 baggies of sprues. 3 baggies. Actually, yeah, 3 baggies. And each one of these baggies contain 3, 6, 7, 10 sprues. And starting out with the, this shows you how big this thing's going to be, guys. There's my hand. This is going to be a big mama son right here, boys. I kid you not. And that's the front section. These are the rear section of the fuselage. And the forward section is right here. And so I guess that shows you how big it is, guys. It's not a bad kit. This is big. I'd say once the fuselage is joined, you're looking at about 28 inches long. So it shows you this is a big plane. It's going to use a lot of paint. So make sure you got your paint prepared ready to go. So this baggie contains the right and left halves of the rear fuselage empennage. We'll set that right there out of harm's way. That's baggie number 1. And baggie number 2 contains 3 sprues. Now, these sprues are miscellaneous. They compose of right and left front fuselage section, the wheel well section which fits right here, ordnance bearings, slats that fit on the wings, landing gear doors, the wing section. It shows you how big the wing is, guys. Here's my hand. This is the center section of this here wing. It's big. This is a big airplane, guys. This is really going to be on the top-notch list for a long time for a lot of modelers, and it's mostly welcomed. It's 1/32 scale. I got one in the box down below. I have to dig that thing out. And spring number 2, number 3, I think. Actually, it's 4 sprues. This sprues here contains 4 sprues in here. Actually, yeah, 4 sprues. You've got the engines, your afterburner vanes, the ordnance like your tanks. Shows you this thing is big, guys. This thing's no joke. This thing is big. Got the landing flaps right here, and turn it back here and get some more view. And the rest of it is just ordnance supplies like your Sparrow missiles and sidewinders. It has a complete ordnance to it and everything. A lot of parts to this kit. Now I remember years ago, that was a Tomcat. Got to confused with this. They had rubber tires, but this one didn't have it. This sprue here contains all your ordnance supplies. There's a radar right here that makes it the G model. And this is a very, very nice airplane, guys. It's going to be a fun build. Right here in a separate baggie is clear parts, and they're pretty legible. You can actually look right through them. They're crystal clear. They're very crystal clear. Very well done. I'm glad they put these in baggies because they really don't take much to scratch acetate up, fellas. Not very much at all. You breathe out the wrong way, you got dust. And dust is abrasive. So right there, folks, concludes a sneak preview of this kit. It's a very good kit. I built one a long time ago. I think I got one tucked away in a box like I mentioned before, fellas. And it's boxed away somewhere in one of my time capsules. I got to go out there and dig it out and make a view of that. But this is going to be a good future group build. I don't know how soon. Maybe Speedy 197, Mr. Mark Sammons, he'll be able to give a 1960 jet group build. And like I say, it's a dandy of a model, guys. I mean, tell you, for 50 bucks opposed to the Asian Brothers, that's a hell of a deal. It's a good kit. Because this kit is actually just a reboxing of an old kit. They're starting to bring them out of the closet now, gang. I noticed with Lindbergh too, they're starting bringing out models I haven't seen since boyhood. And they're actually make them 2-packs now. And they make very handsome gifts, for birthdays, Christmas, or just for the enthusiast in mind who wants to get his hands on one of them. They make good gifts. And this is a good gift too, folks. You go to your nearest hobby shop, you get it for 50 bucks. I got a little less, like I say, because I got my senior citizen discount, plus I'm a veteran, which is a good benefit. Anything to save a nickel is good enough for Frankie Day. So I got this for $43. And I'm a very happy camper. I'm going to be a lot more happier when my wife comes home. I'll be back myself again, guys. It's kind of hard to get around without having my wife here with me, and I got to do a lot of stuff to take my mind off of it. And so I cannot find a better constructive way than doing this. And she's fine. She's in good shape. I'm very happy. I thank good Lord in heaven for that. And from now on, she's sentenced to stay in the house when it gets cold weather. I actually never took her outside during cold weather like us guys. When out here in Ohio, we had some very, very, very cold weather. And it was terrible weather. And it's put a lot of people in sick bay too. And it did a number on me with my arthritis. So I'm going to bundle up and prepare myself. No more of this getting out in the goddamn cold no more. I'll keep myself beached in the house. Okay, fellas, this concludes the fast unboxing view of this. I'm going to swing us around and finish up the video. Okay, guys, that about does it right there. So I figure you guys will probably get a pretty good blast of watching this seeing this kit right here. It's the first time I've seen this thing on the shelves for quite some 40 something years. And it's been around for a long time, folks. It's a fun build, and I can remember the last time I built one of these, they had no fit issues at all. Just make sure you get all that flash off there, guys. Anything you see a little seam, that's flash. Get rid of it. But you'd be surprised how immensely they go together without filler. In other words, they'll obscure your fitting, and pretty soon that allows putty and frustration. I mean, objectively, you got to stay away from this stuff as much as you can. And that's where this comes in handy. I went down there to the Kroger's grocery store here in Ohio. I bought a bunch of these bad boys right here. These are little nail files with girls using their nails like that. Hell, in the girly section, got a couple of these. Got a couple good looks from a couple of redheads right there looking at me going, man, what's this little man doing with a file board? As one little girl walked up to me and said, sir, what are you doing with that file board in your hand? I said, I'm taking it home. I need it. On your figures? I said, nope, you girls will not understand. Trust me, you will not understand. And they don't. But anyway, guys, that concludes tonight's video, and then number 2. And shortly my Lancaster will be uploaded. You know, I'll get this uploaded next, and we'll have an update probably tomorrow night on my BF2C Helldiver. Okay, fellas, it's Frankie Day signing up. May God bless, and God love you guys, and take care of yourselves. We'll catch you in the next video. And please subscribe. Make Mama happy, and you'll be happy. And this is Frankie Day signing off.